And bottom two, I mean, DY's doing pretty good work. Poyoyo is up to that 17 last hits. I think he secured 1 or 2 boars as well, so whenever you can kill even 1 boar in the lane, it always feels great. That extra big burst of XP. Are seeing the runes being checked out. DY camping bottom. Abed able to get the 1 rune. DY will look to protect this one for Ori. But Abed's coming out even in the matchup, and we saw, of course, how GPK, he really handled Ori in that one. But as we know, Abed, very comfortable matchup. Knows exactly how to play around those slight versus the Remnants to keep Flame Guard active.
I mean, all things said and done, out of all 3 lanes, all cores are having a fine time. Nobody's getting bullied completely. First blood will finally fall on the top lane. And they won't look to dive for RTZ. Old Lemon able to beat him back. So these kills already. Level advantage on. Setup is there. RTZ, he's in trouble. He's going to get taken down. PYW finding him. And I guess RTZ just not expecting PYW to lead in through the trees and the burst to be there from the setup into the blood right. But it was. That's RTZ out there. I mean, that's huge. That's blowing that top lane wide open. They're
playing the lane just like really well. PYW is perfectly in position every single time. Mid, you see that crit rotation. PYW is coming in to help.
So they get the kill. And PYW won't be able to set up anything on his own. So EG at least able to make something happen elsewhere whilst the top lane starts to fall apart.
Abed sees a small camp stack. He also identifies that there's vision on the high ground there. Actually, cool play there by Abed, dragging the wave to the left so he knows there's an obs guard there. It's only there for 10 more seconds, so unlikely they'll get the D ward. But now mid, PYW shows his face.
Yeah, Abed's just going to jump straight away. He's got the 6 and he uses it immediately. And he goes with the remnants. The follow-up burst from crits enough. Making sure only used the couple there as well. He's still got the remnant to reset and return back to the lane.
And immediately double checking runes. Fly checks top rune. They have crit double stacking ancients to make sure that the Clink is able to catch up after this little of a tough start in the laning phase. And they will be able to get that illusion rune top. Abed also steals the small camp stack that we were mentioning from before. Really looking to shut down Ori. They look like they're bringing both supports though now. Vici, this is a very common move we've talked about. I know at Animajor people were really harping on how much Vici did do their double support movements around the 6-minute mark to help out Ori. I think he's expecting that. They're starting to make their move away. They're leaving RTZ up top and just making the moves around with crit and with fly toward bottom.
I mean, top RTZ's got to be careful. PYW's coming over again. 6 is about to be there on old 11. If they get any sort of setup onto RTZ here on his own, he's not going to stand a chance. Bottom lane. Trying to get in with the aggression, EG. 2 supports backing up by size, but Poyoyo keeps himself firing it back. We'll see the attempts up top, but not quite able to go there. Old 11 didn't quite have that level 6 here. Still waiting on it in a creep or 2.
They've slowed down RTZ so much. We've seen a lot of times with these Clinks, they just rush the Maelstrom without even boots. He has to go boots in this matchup just because he's getting run down. And yeah, old 11 is going to be 6 now. Yeah. With treads, with Urn, very strong.
If he's a stay up here on his own now, it seems it's so dangerous.
Perhaps waiting for them to maybe overcommit, checking if Abed has a TP, then they'll probably look for a counter gank play. Doesn't want to just straight up abandon the lane. They are seeing the rotation though. They have this ward that Fly did place before he left the lane. Yeah,
he's backing off. RTZ knows he can't stay up here any longer.
They already have a jungle ward though placed for him, so they're gonna be able to watch him if he ever does farm these camps inside their safe triangle. Abed though, since he sees the storm move top, immediately starts pressing onto mid, looking to go for some tower damage. And they will send Poyoyo to the mid lane. So again, both of these safe laners abandoning the lanes.
Yeah, and Poyoyo, as the Medusa, can sort of sit around and farm this mid area of the map without any threat from EG's heroes.
Yeah, they've got the counter gank, same thing, right? Like Ori, he walked top, he didn't make the teleport, so he didn't have to use his teleport. Same thing for old 11, they both have TPs available. If Poyoyo gets gone on, I mean, he's priority number 1. They'll double TP to protect him. So laning these first 8 minutes, Vici, about 1k gold up because of that top lane being so successful. 900 ahead of the Clinks on that Bloodseeker.
The difference in the carry here for Cyril so far with the ease of lane they had to start things off with. RTZ gonna have to do a little bit more of a recovery than Poyoyo.
First, and also Vici takes the first tower. Usually the team with Beastmaster is the ones who end up getting that first one, but EG will quickly catch back up as bottom will get sieged.
Actually, Vici as well. They're keeping the three heroes up around this tier 2. Again, just Arteezy having to play so cautiously. He's been completely left on his own on this half map by the rest of his team with, EG looking for these sort of objectives. So, yeah, such a scary game for Arteezy in these early stages.
Great prioritization coming out from Vici, just keeping everything up there top, making sure that Poyoyo has all the space in the world. EG does have, of course, that recovery method being built up. We see the stacks, triple ancient, double hard camp. So he will be able to farm that. Once he gets his Maelstrom, of course, we've seen this time and time again, the burning barrage on it, so.
I mean, what's the plan here for EG? How do they free this game up a bit more for Arteezy getting the space secured?
Well, as long as he's not getting invaded into his triangle, I think it's now okay. Like, everything's starting to stabilize for them. They're going to start looking to rotate and collapse on mid with Ice soon. And already they have pretty vision as well. Both teams actually were kind of similar style of vision this game. PYW looking for the smoke up. They're taking Ori bottom.
So sort of setup they can get DY. Scanning things out, but Arbed knows he's watching.
They're watching Arbed though. Look at this early.
Oh, a lovely little dodge there from Arbed. As he avoids death absolutely. He gets caught by one of those stuns. He is gone.
He has a reach too, so he's back all the way up to full. And walking into their jungle, a little scary for the support. It's walking into a beast with all these creep. Look at PYW getting slowed down.
EG, they're charging straight for the line. They'll get him. Jump over with the Remnant. PYW's gone. They want to try from underneath the tier. So DY and Ori are down here.
They're thinking about it.
They have Roar at the ready from outside side if he wants to lead in. We come from Arbed over to the side. This could be okay here. Ori not wanting to go for the grab. No, there's a lot of EG around.
Did you see he slided and quelling bladed the tree during the slide to cut the eyes? I mean, he didn't kill him, but it was a little bit of fancy footwork.
I was going to say, just sort of saying, hey, I'm going to do this. Watch out, DY.
I know where you are.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We're going to look out for those plays coming out again from Arbed.
Yeah, DY has to be very careful since he's playing versus the Beastmaster. That's another reason why EG did pick it, since that Monkey King was so early on. He's going to always be able to scout out inside the trees there for a bit to do that. Both teams just getting a lot of farm though. Just chilling back. Poyoyo must be quite happy just sitting inside the triangle. Arteezy not doing nearly as well as the Medusa. Already level 9 on Poyoyo. Arteezy's only level 7.
Yeah, Poyoyo's having a great time, and the fact that Old 11's getting so much at this stage of the game, Vici getting very much having 2 carries almost with Old 11 farming as well as he has done from that off lane.
Arteezy's game might be pretty difficult. 11's just kind of Ato's and just right full commit onto him inside most of the team fights. I feel he really almost has Ato's. About to be done. That's when we'll probably see the big action kicked off from Vici, but they might look to anyway fight around since CG is collapsing with that Beastmaster.
Vici gaming TP coming over from Old 11. He's ready to join through it. Vici gaming, everybody apart from DY right now around this mid lane. The tier 1 falling slowly. Poyoyo's going to start to try and clear it out.
Haven't shown the blood right. That's their best way to wave clear besides the Medusa snake. We'll stop the push though with that snake, of course, and EG's gonna smoke. Look to catch around the ancient side. I think they're recognizing that, it's like Arteezy's not able to farm the ancients because he doesn't have Maelstrom, and Poyoyo's just freely farming ancients at every single one of these camps, so they have to slow him down.
They've got to determine, and they have got good kill potential with the Mystic Flash. Ancient.
Here I am! Under attack! I'm over here! Over here now! Comforting moonlight every nice.
Let's see here. What's next here? We're back. Don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if you lost us, but we are back. Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe you can still hear us. And we couldn't hear one another. Hopefully it's all good. Anyway, bit of a brawl there between the two of them. Could have got, definitely got a bit messier, that.
Yep. EG's probably pretty satisfied. They got Poyoyo. It allows Arteezy to sit back, catch back up. He's got Maelstrom starting to work on those Ancients, as we were mentioning, which is a quad stack. So that should accelerate him almost all the way back up. He's still going to be slightly behind the Medusa, but catching up significantly in levels because of that pick off. EG probably wants to get a little more, like pushing forward from a tower, but the positioning there for BY's ult just kind of did dissuade them from pushing forward. And also, I believe it is the Tico then surviving through all of it too, because he was dropped so low.
It was that last bit of damage for chasing him for crit, but able to actually get back and reset. Old 11. They're going to jump for him in the mid. They got the chain set up. Mystic Flare comes crashing down this time. More than enough damage from EG. They get that set up into the ult from crit, and not many heroes are going to stand a chance at this stage of the game. So much damage at this point.
And immediately starting to see the tower crawl their way back into this game. Vici still looking to split up around the map, just looking to get this. I mean, they are playing much more of a greedy with this Medusa, Storm, and Bloodseeker chorus. So they do have that pretty much the Atos on the Bloodseeker. It's a lot harder for them to just force the action, unlike EG, where their action just needs to come from a slight chains, and then that's a setup for the Skyreth every single time. As we are seeing 60% win probability from these last few moments. And EG, with that mid tower taken out, they can start accessing into the Ancients and denying this away from the Medusa as well.
Yeah, backing off from the mid here as well. 15 minutes in, just 3-5.
PYW has been quietly farming the top lane for a very long time. He is 600 gold from Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty huge. It's all about catch for both these squads. The amount of follow-up.
EG just has clear, like look at this ward, they just completely sees all of Vici walking through, even the ward up on the high ground right above there too. It's going to see them walking even more so through, so clear information right now for EG of what they want to do with their next move. And Abed's invis, or sorry, smoked up.
And ready for that chain stop.
And even at like a hawk even as well on top of old 11.
They want to go for that. They know that how much is standing around old 11 here.
They just need the Skyreth in range with the chains to see picked up his Manta, so he's got much more survivability versus that chains combo. He's gonna always be able to disengage with it, so understood why he's gone for this item build this time around rather than the S and Y earlier. Needs a way to be able to disengage from the Ancient Seal and those chains. And now up to 1k gold lead. He's getting all the space in the world to just sit back while his team pressures the Ancient side. Vici might have to just smoke and potentially just try to clear their Ancients, because Poyoyo is getting a lot of farm denied away from him.
EG dealt perfectly the way that Vici were able to gain that lead in the first sort of 12 minutes of this. Addressing the problems directly, and now Vici Gaming, they're the ones that have got to try and rectify the state of the map right now, with EG taking control.
Look to clean up the creeps. The board is down. Will they get the Centaur? They won't. Slow-paced game though. 3-5, 1640.
Stupendous!
And who sort of benefits from it the most? Do you just sort of look at the Medusa and feel that Vici Gaming are going to be more comfortable with this sort of slow down action, or Vici always got the tools?
You know me. There's an ET on one side.
That's true, the ET. And I mean,
that's a pretty good mechanic.
Yep.
And he's gotten total time back up. He's still behind, as we say, versus that Medusa, but so many recovery points. And the game for Ori is difficult. He's going to be going for the Orchid build, since you pretty much have to on these Storm Spirits, but a lot of different things that can just trip him up. The instant silence, the chains, these two things are just easy. It's either one of them just catching onto him, and he's just likely dead.
And no sort of ways to bail him out either. It's not like Vici Gaming have any sort of save. And it's going to bail Ori out. He gets caught, he's dead, absolutely.
Exactly, yeah. I'd say already has the Helm of the Overlord too, and looks like they're going to find another kill with that. Just amazing vision that they have, really. Like, EG's just constantly able to play around this, because they have all these deep wards down, they have the Hawk that can play around too, and Vici just doesn't seem like to be able to fight back.
No, not at all.
With the Beastmaster lineup, we're getting even one kill.
Yeah. Straight to the Roshan. And with that continued vision around it, they're going to have any sort of information on Vici Gaming approaching immediately.
It's just dead too fast. Their actual best teamfight hero is the Monkey King in this game, until Dusa starts to feel like she can get involved. So a free one for EG. Very crisp macro movements.
That's just solid stuff. They're just controlling this triangle completely.
Yep.
They're going to try and find Vici. They're going to go with the zip and straight over there. Counterplay, Ori is just gone. Arben, they'll lose the agents, but they don't care about the CG. They're more than happy with this sort of a trade. As Old 11 also taken down on the front of it all. Now the chase comes out from Arben. Straight over towards the Deuce, and Poyoyo will be able to remove the chains with the Manta, but they're still trying to dive in onto him over to the side. The tree is cut. DY hits the ground. You've got Arben just diving into the base past the tier 3. Chains are back up. He's going to be able to kill the Medusa. Poyoyo's dead. Get back out, and then DY cut down as well by Crit. As EG, I mean, it's
picture perfect, really.
I mean, what did EG Gaming do? It was sort of a slow start, and then as soon as they lost that triangle to EG, they lose the Roche, they lose the team fights, and now this sort of a hit where pretty much the entire team goes down. I mean, EG's just hitting their target. Vici Gaming, they're getting shaken up real bad.
Crit already has an Atos. So that offlane Bloodseeker, who ideally wanted to get some type of pickoffs off, hasn't even gotten an opportunity, it feels like, to use Rupture, to even use his Atos. And as we mentioned, Ori, that was a big risk. Dead. He's just dead every time if he commits like that. He needs to have somebody else start the fights.
I mean, he needs to have his next item, really.
He just got the Orchid.
But I mean, as you said, though, it's just such a hard game to play with the Orchid alone. You've got nothing to protect yourself. Yeah. EG is absolutely going to catch you. You can only go in and silence one hero.
He has to have the body going for him first. Like DY he has to throw his life away, or Bloodseeker has to just throw his life away so Ori can actually get to play his hero in these lanes or in these team fights, because he's get chains, get silenced every single time he's dead.
Yeah, I know. Look, this is why EG no stopping straight round to the bottom lane.
And they're looking up it too. He's had the Javelin locked the whole time for that Maelstrom, and he's just going straight for BKB. They might just end this game really early on.
Absolutely. I mean, with the push potential that the Beastmaster can help them with, they have every means to take a sort of really high ground. They take one more fight against Vici like that one just now outside of the base and are able to wipe them. You know, these tier 3s of Vici game are going to get focused very early on in this game.
And they're even just pushing bottom. Like they have to address this on the side of Vici because of how big the Beastmaster is. They're always going to have to send a hero to react. And because of this, now look at EG. They're
look at this wraparound. I don't know if Vici game is going to be ready for EG coming from this angle.
They're trying to bail out. They know.
Old 11. He will manage to TP out. PYW and TY now. I'm going to fight back.
He's just gone.
He just disappears.
Did he even get it disabled? I think he just died to the sheer damage.
It was just the raw damage. He goes and he's just gone.
That's not even with everybody, too. Ice was still just lingering around the mid lane. They kill the Skywrath, but they lose 3 big ones.
I mean, everything continuing to plan here for EG.
It's picture perfect planning for them. Yep. After those lanes didn't go perfect for them, they, like you said, invading the triangle, denying that away from the Medusa seems like a recipe for success, as they have just so much dominance now. 2 tier 2s taken out so early on. Now just going for top as well, and the control continues.
Actually, it's going to be another tier 2 soon. Yeah, I mean, if they keep this pushing and turn just the tier 1 into a tier 2 as well, I feel like this has got to be one of the games where all tier 2s have gone down the fastest if EG keep this up.
I agree.
This is some insane push in early game here from Evil Geniuses. Vici Gaming, they've got to regroup, gather themselves, and think about how they're going to hold it in any sort of team fight. They're going to try another move here. Ori going to go straight over towards Fly, but Fly's pretty tanky here. The Bloodfire won't come out, but Fly's still alive. There's silence story. Ori's gone. DY as well. The damage comes through from Artesia's. Old 11 hits the deck. Fly rolls off, and now Poyoyo surrounded by EG. PYW will attempt to help out, but he can't keep his Medusa alive. Poyoyo falls, and they're going to call it 22 minutes in. Evil Geniuses just destroyed Vici Game, and they just slammed them out the way. This was a complete beatdown, and EG